Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're continuing onwards through our journey into System of a Down's second album, Toxicity. Okay, so promotion and the touring surrounding this record. Of course, it's Wikipedia, so if anybody has anything to chime in, if you saw System of a Down during this period, let me know. Let's talk about it. So, on September the 3rd, 2001, System of a Down had planned on launching Toxicity at a few countries. Okay, we've seen this. So there was a riot that happened because of the large excess number of fans that turned up to this free concert, which no doubt, if it's a free concert, it pulls a couple of people. Surprisingly, there was no announcement made that the concert had been cancelled, which is a joke, really, isn't it? But they took a banner down at the back of the stage that read System of a Down. Security removed it, and the audience rushed the stage and destroyed all the band's equipment, which is a bit of a joke, really, but could also be a very good publicity stunt. What do you think, people? All right. So, uh, later that month, System of a Down embarked on a tour in the United States and Mexico. Slipknot, during their concert at the Grand Rapids, Odadjian was harassed, racially profiled, and physically beaten. All right. Despite this incident, the tour as a whole was a success. The System of a Down later co-headlined the Pledge of Allegiance leg of Slipknot's Iowa World Tour. Cool. So the reception of the record critical. On review aggregator website Metacritic, Toxicity holds a score of 73 out of 100, which is pretty good, based on reviews from 9 critics, which indicates generally favourable reviews. Allmusic writer Eduardo Rivadavia called Toxicity hands down one of 2001's top metal releases. But there was no metal put out in 2001. Anybody know any competitive records out in 2001? Lamb of God put some out or something, and wrote that the album may well prove to be a lasting heavy metal classic to boot. Toxicity, well, Britney Spears came out in 2001. Toxicity is one of the only 21 albums to receive a perfect rating from blabbermouth.net, with writer Don Kay praising Sold in a contemporary review of the album as one of the few bands that people may still be talking about 10 years from now. Most definitely. Drowned in Sound writer Don Kay praised the band. Don Kay again? My man Don Kay is just being referenced. Writing for different websites. Come on, you can't do that. He praised the band as probably the most vital band around in the big wide world of metal right now. Don Kay of Kerrang, I'm only joking. Ben Myers of Kerrang stated that the band had gone and bettered their debut album and hailed Toxicity as Metal Album of the Year hands down. Q wrote that Toxicity matches Slipknot for manic intensity while employing a free-form approach to songcraft, which invites comparison to the lunatic fringe rock of the 60s. Referring to Toxicity as both manic and schizoid, Keith Harris of Rolling Stones noted Tankian's ability to veer easily from sing-rap rhythm to Cornish hysterics. I like that, Cornish hysterics, to demonic baritone growl to doomily ruminative, and that the music insists on forward motion without trapping itself in a thrashy lockstep. Very, very poetic. Tom Sinclair of Entertainment Weekly called the album strange and engaging, with a wide variety of sounds which all adds up to a bizarro type of metal that has a warped majesty and strength. I like warped majesty. Robert Christgau of The Village Voice cited Prison Song and Bounce as highlights and later assigned the album a 1-star honourable rating. Spin's Joe Gross wrote that the band had an undeniable nerd prog charm. Uncut, on the other hand, panned Toxicity as virtually unlistenable. Wow, so a little unfortunate comment there at the end, but we can't go without it, mate. You can't make an impact without it. Accolades, people. I don't really even know what accolades means. Oh, is it just going to be bare lists? Just lists on lists. The album is listed on Blender's 500 CDs you must own. Oh, music. Who's reading that crap, man? Just lists on lists on lists. Music Radar. Shall we see what we think to these? So, Music Radar. Let's be critical. Music Radar held a public poll, and Toxicity was ranked as the 28th greatest heavy metal album on its list of the 50th greatest heavy metal albums of all time. Okay, heavy metal, I guess if you call it heavy metal, you can put it somewhere, but I don't think it's a heavy metal record. The album is ranked number 44 on Rolling Stone's 100 Best Albums of the Decade for the 2000s. Okay, System of a Down were definitely the voice of the 2000s in one way or another for a particular group of people. Hey, and I wasn't even that invested within System of a Down, so I can feel that. They were present in my life, and I wasn't a sordid. 27th on the magazine's 100 Greatest Metal Albums of All Time. 27th out of all of the greatest. I don't know. Don't know about that. Toxicity was voted the 27th best album of the year. Okay, yeah, for 2001, yeah, definitely. Like, that's actually quite low down, I would say. Spin named the album one of the 300 best albums of the past 30 years, with Toxicity being one of the highest listed heavy metal albums list. Cool. Spin also named Toxicity the album of the year in 2001, fair, and finally ranked it number 38 on the list of the 40 greatest metal albums of all time. Now that's rubbish. That is rubbish. That is absolute crap. Alright, the 40 greatest metal albums of all time does not feature System of a Down, unfortunately. Cludge ranked it number 5 on their list of best albums of 2001. Yep, anything in regards to 2001 was dry. I don't even know if I want to go through all of these. It's just, it don't mean anything. These lists mean nothing. So, all lyrics are written by Serge Tankian, except where noted. All music is composed by Darren, except where noted. 15 tunes, and Arto, track 15, is an adaptation of De Vogomia, meaning Lord have mercy, a traditional Armenian church hymn. It is combined with aerials on physical releases as a hidden track. It's entitled Arto, and Arto is a avant-garde folk and jazz multi-instrumentalist, okay? He was born in Istanbul, Turkey, and his father was a shoemaker of Armenian descent. There you go. A little bit of factoid in regards to Arto there. French special edition. I've got live variations of Sugar War, Sweet Pea Note, and Johnny. Japanese edition only has Johnny. Johnny is the Japanese bonus track. It's put on the 8th track on Toxicity on the album's Japanese edition, pushing all tracks 8 to 14 on the album's normal one number forward. Blue. What's the Blue Edition then? The Blue Edition includes a music video of Toxicity, live chop suey in prison song and bounce, and the Red Edition of the album features a bonus video disc with a 9 minutes 54 long behind the scenes video about the production of the record. Very cool. So on the liner notes it states the members of the band System of a Down put some respect. Additional musicians, we've got Arto and Mark Mann. Artwork, what? We got a ton of credit. System of a Down give a ton of credits to everyone. Look at that. Artwork and production and directing. I can't even give no time for all them people, to be honest. Plenty of chart, plenty of citations from what we just read. And we'll leave that there. So what we're going to do is listen to Steal This Album next, which is going to be good. Because I've heard Toxicity in my youth. Now, Steal This Album I've not listened to ever. So that's going to be really good. I'll see you then, people.